How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of YAKUZA 5, and in today's episode we are running around as Akiyama, I guess. He's got a million side quests, and it seems like I've done all the ones on the upper part of the map. I really do appreciate how this map is separated into upper part and lower part by a river. Makes completing all the bullshit kind of less tedious. And I mentioned how... I mentioned at the end of the last episode that this episode, I'm gonna be back from Tokyo. Am I back from Tokyo? I am back from Tokyo. I've been to Tokyo for 3 days. Pretty short trip. But before I start telling you stories from there, I thought I would recap the whole ordeal of how I even fucking managed to get there. Because I've told this story many times, but I guess I'll say it again. That I wanted to... What's going on? Old lady dancing? Hell yeah. I wanted to... When I went to Korea, my original plan was to go to Japan, but then I met a girl in Korea, in Busan specifically, that's why I decided to go there instead. So I didn't went to Japan, I went to Korea. But that's a good thing, because I think I actually kinda like Korea slightly better than Japan. Just slightly. But I still prefer it. And even been learning Korean for the past 2 years. Wouldn't say I'm very good at it, but well, that's because I don't get to practice it very often throughout my day. Like, sure, I do a Duolingo lesson every day for the past 2 years, but I don't later after that, utilize what I learned in Duolingo in like my daily life. It's kind of hard to do it when no one around you even understand what the fuck you're saying. With English, at least I'm running an English-speaking Let's Play channel. Maybe I should start running a... Well, if I had at least, basic level of like Korean speaking skills, I would have fucking started a Let's Play channel in Korean and kind of like polish my skills and stuff. But anyway, and ever since I came back from Korea, I decided my next trip is going to be to Japan, like I planned originally. Then I joined the army, blah blah blah, it's a separate story. I lost my old job, had to get a new one, joined the army, blah blah blah. Met a guy, my good friend, who was talking about going to Japan, and I was like, oh shit, you're going to Japan? I've been to Korea like half a year ago, and now I really want to go to Japan too. And we were like talking about it, kind of thinking like, oh, we should go in like October or something. So October came around, none of us really had enough money saved up to actually go there. So we were like, okay, maybe December. Then in December, they sent us on the stupid fucking mission, trademark. And we couldn't do that either. So we were like, okay, April it is. April is when we finish our fucking service. We're gonna, have to quit our jobs. Like, it's kind of like we're on this, we're in this 11-month phase. Like, if they really want to keep us, like if we show that we are a good material for a soldier, they want to keep us. Unfortunately, it seems like I am somewhat a good material for a soldier, and they do want to keep me. I don't want to fucking stay there, though. Fuck those people and all this fucking unit and this fucking job. Hate that shit. Like, I never hated anything else. And that's besides the point. Let's keep fucking throwing wrenches into my plans every fucking step of the way, including this fucking vacation plan, because I had, like, over 2 weeks saved up for a vacation. And I was like, I'm gonna do it in April. I'm gonna use up all these days, and April is basically gonna be a whole month off for me because of how many days I have saved up. And then I come to work one day, like 2 weeks ago, and they tell me that, oh, I gotta use all my days off right now. So I was like, oh, there goes my fucking Japan trip plan up the ass. So instead, me and my friend just kind of came together at work, and I just bought tickets for like the next week, the cheapest I could find. And yeah, it was last week, and we actually did together went to Tokyo, and it worked out great. First we had to go to Amsterdam. That's where our first stop was. It was a better trip than the one I took to Korea, because in Korea I had to stop in Warsaw, I had to stop in Istanbul, I had to stop in fucking Seoul, change airports, then go to Busan. So there's like 4 fucking stops, with the last one being the most complicated, where I had to change airports. I pulled it off though. This time around, only thing we had to do is go to Amsterdam, sit on the Amsterdam's airport for 13 fucking hours, which I gotta admit was really fucking boring. Amsterdam's airport is pretty big, pretty old, cold, just kind of empty with nothing actually interesting there. And yeah, I didn't really fucking. Well, we fucked up because instead of going to transfer, which would take us to a much nicer part of the airport, one where we could even take a nap. Instead, we went to a fucking. It's like we went through the whole airport with the check-ins and everything from the beginning, and we just kind of sat in the part of the airport that everybody can access. So it was kind of stupid on our part. They even had a McDonald's on the other part of the airport. While on this part that we were hanging out at, they only had a Burger King, and that was my first time at a Burger King. And I gotta admit, I fucking hated it. My fucking stomach hated it, especially. I liked the burger because it was grilled and it was really nice, but like later I just kept fucking going to the bathroom over and over. Fucking sucked ass. So yeah, fuck the Amsterdam's airport. There's rats running around, cold. It's kind of empty and boring inside. And we had to sit there for 13 hours, and then our flight to Tokyo was another 14 hours. So I spent like over a day without sleep because I couldn't fucking fall asleep on the airport. I just kept playing Bejeweled on the fucking stupid screen in front of me. Yeah, like whole 14 hours I did nothing but play Bejeweled 2. And I got a score of like 1.5 million. Because I kept playing for 14 fucking hours. I just kept playing Bejeweled. I hope they kept my score. I wanna fucking beat that score next time I'm there. And yeah. That's what I did. And Amsterdam's airport sucks. We wanted to, you know, explore Amsterdam, but we arrived there like in the middle of the night. It was cold outside as fuck, and Amsterdam is really expensive. So even if we took a cab, a simple cab to the center of the city would like cost us a lot of money. And we thought that maybe we could like book a hotel for just one night. So we could take a nap, come back to the airport, and just kind of go on our flight. But it was all so fucking expensive that all we really did was just kind of buy a bunch of food and sit on a bench this entire time. Thank God I took my Steam Deck with me and I kept playing Fields of Mistria. It's a good game. I like it. Hey, what's this? I just got served by an old lady. Idiot. I've seen kids dance better than you, you fundamental stink. You call yourself a dancer? That's an outright lie. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Our original plan of the trip to Tokyo was that we are going to spend 1 week in Tokyo and 1 week in Osaka, the city that this part of the game takes place in. It takes place in Osaka. So yeah, maybe I could have seen this river in real life if my original plan worked out, but it didn't. Damn it. Okay, Sonny, pay up. Come on, 1,000 yen. Fine, I'll pay. Yeah, I had yen with me and stuff. I couldn't really remember like how much is a yen anyway. 2,000 yen is that's how much plushies at Nintendo store cost. So that's the normal price for a high quality plushie, I'd say. I was surprised that the Nintendo store didn't try to rip me off with ridiculous prices just for the privilege of buying at an official Nintendo store. I bet where I live, the Nintendo store, if there even is one, I think there is. I'm not sure. It has fucking ridiculous prices, I bet. That's why I'm not about to give up on dance battles anytime soon. There's more money to be made here than at the pachinko parlor. I didn't went to a pachinko parlor. I was like, I don't want to waste my money on gambling. Are you fucking kidding? I want to buy a bunch of figurines and shit. I only bought a couple. I have a figurine of a Peeploop, the penguin Pokemon from forgot which generation, but and the cartoon Dawn was the one who had Peeploop. That's the cartoon I watched the most as a kid. That's probably why she's my favorite girl. And that's my favorite Pokemon. And I got a fucking amiibo of Solid Snake. Even though I have no fucking Nintendo Switch, But you know, I mean, Solid Snake amiibo is fucking dope as fuck. And there was also a Capcom store right next to Nintendo store, and they really didn't have anything that interesting. The only cool thing they had was like these insanely expensive, really detailed figurines of Monster Hunter dragons and monsters. And look, I would have fucking totally buy one because they're awesome, but I only had so much space in my luggage, which I had to pay extra for anyway because I didn't highlight it while buying tickets that I was gonna take my luggage with me. So I kind of fucked up in that department. The old lady put money on the dance battle, huh? That's something you don't see every day. So anyone else wanna take me on? Got plenty of dancing left in me. Lay down your bets, just stabs in the end for a dance-off with yours truly. Do we challenge her? Do we challenge this old lady? Yeah, sure, why not? Fucking get out of my way. Jesus Christ, I got swarmed by a bunch of assholes. I've been playing a lot of Yakuza Pirate. Yep. That's the newest Yakuza game about pirates, and it's fucking awesome. I really hope, and it's good that I'm playing as Akiyama, because Akiyama kinda plays like Majima. He's all quick and shit. Makes me really wish for Akiyama to make a comeback in this series. Been watching the professional beat Yakuza 0, 100%. You know, he's going for 100% completion, but that also means he's gotta spend like an episode just gambling. And get all the gambling related challenges. Alright, old lady, for fuck's sake. A dancer too? Kind of old for that, ain't you? You're telling me. I don't want to spoil too much, but I was worried that Ryuga Gotoku is not gonna pull off actual good ship combat, and it's just gonna be annoying, and I'm gonna be like, I don't want to fucking, you know, sail a ship, that sucks. But no, Majima plays fucking awesome. Two of his fighting styles are kind of similar to each other, but they're really fucking cool. I feel like if you really wanted, you could kind of blend them into one fighting style, but maybe not. He's really quicker than Akiyama, I'd say. He's crazy quick. He can jump, do juggles in the air, and it's fucking awesome. Not like Akiyama where he hits enemies into the air and then juggles them. He hits enemies into the air, then jumps into the air himself, and then starts slashing them or punching them while they're both in the air, which is pretty dope. Yeah, the sailing is fucking awesome. Actually, it's a bit slow when you start off, but maybe that's just because I don't have any upgrades for my ship just yet. Because I got kind of stuck exploring Honolulu. Yeah, they reused the map from Yakuza 8. They reused the map from Yakuza 8. And now it's it seems like it's the first Yakuza game that just straight up not only doesn't feature Kamurocho, but it just straight up does not feature Japan at all. You're only in Hawaii and like two different islands. There's this like hidden island called the Medlantis, kind of reminiscent of that crater ship from The Man Who Erased His Name. You know, it's like a big entertainment place with casinos and shit and mini games. And then you have the Rich Island, which is kind of like your home island, where you keep your animals, you have your supplies, blah blah blah, other shit. That's where you start the game. And yeah, it's really fucking dope. And I gotta hand it to them. The English dub this time around actually makes more sense than the Japanese dub, because Majimas keep interacting with a bunch of Americans. So it only makes sense that he would speak English to them. And honestly, in my headcanon, I just like to believe that Majima just simply speaks English. You know, like he just simply knows two languages and that's it. Because it doesn't make sense how he washed up on an island in the middle of nowhere with no memory of his past, starts speaking Japanese, and everybody he comes across just kind of happens to speak Japanese. He does mention that, because the whole game takes place from the perspective of Majima retelling the story. So, you know, there's the catch. How much of the story that we're experiencing is true from Majima's perspective? As far as I'm aware, he could mention that he became a pirate, But the whole aesthetic of him being like a 16th century pirate on a wooden ship with two cutlasses could be just his made up bullshit that he just kind of made up, you know, because he's retelling a story of how he lost his memory. So I don't know what elements of this are canon. Probably the main story is all canon, except for all the strange pirate stuff. I kind of have a feeling that's gonna turn out not to be canon. You know, like in Yakuza 9, we actually see Majima's ship, the Goromaru, and it's just like a normal ship. And he's like, oh yeah, that's my pirate ship. While in the previous game, it looked like a 16th century fucking galleon. But turns out it's not, it's just a normal ship, and he just made it up. I don't know, it's like an unreliable narrator kind of story. Say Honolulu's fucking awesome. Again, I'm stuck exploring it, just like running around, getting into fights, picking up stuff, doing side quests, doing mini games, collecting shit. So much fun. And Majima's awesome, and it's really cool how much you can customize him too. You can change his haircuts, you can change his outfit. Can't take off the eye patch, you know, you gotta have an eye patch, but you can choose which eye patch to have, which is cool. And yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of the story, but it seems like this game's sole purpose is to, well, first of all, be a fun pirate adventure, and hell yeah it is, but also to tie up any loose ends that Yakuza 8 might have left, so that when they do Yakuza 9, they don't have to worry about the story of Yakuza 8, because they wrapped up all the loose ends in Yakuza Pirate. That's what I'm calling this game, Yakuza Pirate. So, yeah, it seems like that's the main purpose of this game. I haven't gotten to the part where Saejima shows up, and I really want to, because Saijima's badass, and I want to play as him again. Are we gonna get like a Saejima spin-off and an Akiyama spin-off? I hope so. And if you want to see me play Yakuza Pirate, because I'm going through this series chronologically, so like right now we're stuck playing the 5th game, and we have been for a while. This is episode 104. And I'm not even fucking done with the story. I'm like, I think I'm past halfway point, but yeah, halfway point. I'm not near the end or anything like that, so that fucking sucks. And what? Yeah, and after that we're gonna do 6, 7, 6.5, then 8. Maybe somewhere along the way we're gonna do Judgment. So by the time I get to the pirate game, it's gonna be a while. There's probably gonna be like 2 new Yakuza games, or 3, or fucking million of them. I don't know. They're coming out every year. It's fucking crazy as fuck. And if you wanna see me play it, I've recently uploaded a video. It was like last week, I think, of me playing the demo. It's like over an hour long. And yeah, the demo's different. Like, it tells a different story actually. For example, at the end you fight Keith at a bar. That's not where you fight him in the actual retail version of the game. And inside the bar, it's just your friends waiting for you, and Keith ambushes you outside the bar, so it's slightly different. And that's pretty cool, actually, that they decided to not spoil anything. Also, I was curious, who the fuck is this Keith pirate? I don't know if he's important, if he's ever gonna come back, but so far he's just like a lackey of a different pirate that we kicked ass, and I don't know, it sounds like they might come back and be annoying again, but they don't seem like they're gonna turn out to be the main bad guys or anything like that. I don't know who's gonna turn out to be the main bad guy. The series always, you know, there's a million plot twists before they reveal who the real main bad guy is. You're telling me? Not a bad face, though. Remind me of my husband when he was a lot younger. And still alive. So what can I do for you? Want to square off in a dance battle? That's bad just doubting in. Are you sure you're going to be alright? Dancing pretty serious, don't you think? That ain't nothing for you to concern yourself with. I was a prima ballerina with a company in Europe when I was younger. When I was younger. Sometimes when I speak, like my mouth just does not form the proper fucking word, and I'm like, shit, younger? What? Don't assume I'm just some run-of-the-mill granny. Wow, you're a former prima ballerina? That's, I'm sure can be cruel, huh? A Joker, are you? I'm the Joker, baby. I like you. Come on, join me for a dance battle. Dance battle, huh? Well, I have seen Karaka dance, so I suppose I might be able to hold on my own. Haven't we done this before? Haven't we beaten like a breakdancer before? Sure, you're on. Good answer. Here we go. I wonder if this granny is dancing like Haruka. She just has her move. I think she will. The fuck? What is this fucking thing he does with his hand? It's hilarious. Alright, Grandma. You know, it's shit like this that actually makes me like this game. And not dread that I'm still playing it for 100 episodes. Oops. She punched me. That's dope. Majima's pretty crazy as a protagonist, right? But I feel like Akiyama can still be a great protagonist. I'm kinda worried if Saejima could pull off a single player game. Saejima has kind of a personality similar to Kiryu's, where he's a lot, like, really reserved. Very level-headed, he doesn't really do crazy stuff very often. Can't imagine Saejima going around dancing like that. As much as I wish I could. Fucking this grandma's insane. I'm actually losing against her. But you know what's the coolest thing about... Oh, I won anyway. I think I got more points or whatever. You know what's cool about the Pirate Yakuza game? I feel like it's another good entry. Okay, maybe not a good entry point because the whole game kind of relies on... Because Majima lost his memory, so he doesn't even remember the past events of previous games. It's only alluded to, and there's like a little couple of flashbacks here and there. From like Yakuza's Kiwami and shit. I imagine later down the line this is gonna get a lot more complicated with the story, but I felt like this is a pretty decent entry point for someone who might not be into this series to be, you know, introduced with, because you're not in Japan, so you don't have to, you know, learn all these, like, how much is a yen, you don't have to learn all these, like, things that they do in Japan and shit that the game kind of sometimes relies on you knowing. For example, when you race in this game as Kiryu, you have to kind of remember to drive on the left side of the road. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be able to drive a car in Japan because I would forget that you have to drive on the left side and would just fucking crash into someone. Oh, the subway is very developed and reliable. If you know how to use it, unlike us when we got fucking stuck. That's a different story. And yeah, I just can't recommend this game enough, you know? Like, I have this shelf full of video games that I buy, and only the ones that are really important to me I buy, like, in a box. If a game is, like, cool, but I don't really care that much about it to buy it day one. Like, I don't have to experience it day one. I can experience it in, like, half a year, whatever. Then I buy them, but I buy them at, like, discounts on PlayStation Store. And if they're not on PlayStation Store, then I buy them on Steam. And if they're not on neither of those, then I just don't buy them. I just give up on them if they're like only on Xbox or whatever. I don't have an Xbox. Or if they're only on Nintendo, then I wait for a release on the other platforms. And the last 3 boxed games I have on my shelf are Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Astro Bot got there, and now we have Like a Dragon, a Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I also have God of War Ragnarok, but that's a game I borrowed from a friend of mine, and now when I wanted to give it back to him after like over a year of having it, he swears that it's not his and that it's mine actually. And I'm like, are you giving this to me? I mean, I ain't gonna refuse God of War, fuck yeah. So I guess I have God of War now. I also have Final Fantasy Strangers in Paradise or whatever, but that's another borrowed game. I think I'm just gonna give it back without beating it because I don't really have the time to beat it recently. Kinda sucks. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Fucking hell. Yeah, I always keep saying how Pirate Yakuza is awesome. And a lot of people might be turned off by this game because it's like an even more ridiculous fucking story. Like Majin was a pirate now, probably just because he already had an eye patch. It's like, wow, what the fuck else are we gonna do? Where's my serious gangster story? I don't really care. The game's fucking fun as fuck. And for the first time, I feel like it actually makes more sense to play it in English, like I said before. And Matthew Mercer, who only voiced Majima in Yakuza 7 and Yakuza 8 for like a short period of time. I think he voiced him in Gaiden, the man who erased his name. But I only played that game in Japanese. Because I did not want to listen to Yang Yi for an entire game. Even though in 8 I kind of did for most of the game. And now Matthew Mercer just straight up voices Majima throughout the whole game, and he's doing a really great job, in my opinion. He gets the mannerisms just right. He gets his laugh like spot on. I was almost curious, like whether they just simply used the laugh from the original voice acting and everything else from Matthew Mercer, but no, I think he just simply got that laugh figured out. I've been shocked, but goodness gracious me, you got some smooth moves for about your age. Yeah, could say the same. They really want to talk. Tell me though, you're not actually a dancer, are you? The way you move leads me to believe you're an amateur through and through. Is it that obvious? Because there's no fooling a prima ballerina. It's like you say, I'm no dancer.
Yeah.
Well, it's truly astonishing a man with no formal training dancing so well. The way you use your feet, especially. I know pros that can't even do the things you do. The way you shake your arms before we start dancing. Alright, Sonny, you win this one. Huh? I've been dancing for over half a century. And if an amateur dancing that well against me, I can't in good conscience give myself the win. That's why this round's yours, Sonny. Here, take your 1,000 yen. I guess she just won 1,000 yen from that other guy, so... Maybe she's still profiting, I don't know. Watching the dance was almost like seeing my late husband dance again. You made me remember the old coot. Yeah, it's quite an honor. Of course, the old coot was a little better looking back than you, no offense. See ya. None taken. Akiyama's plenty good looking. Oh, where'd the cute girl go? There's a cute girl right here. Shit. Lost my health. Where's my health? Did I lost my health while fucking dancing? Is there a burger restaurant around here? Can I eat a burger? There's a restaurant. For fuck's sake, you fucking people move. Keep getting stuck on NPCs. Yeah. I don't want to tell the entire story of my Japanese trip in one episode. I'm gonna tell it like throughout my videos. This video is almost over anyway. I might take a bite. Look at right wall. Look at what? That grilled marbled wagyu seems like it might be good. The Matsutaka said seems like it might be alright. What, they just put the menus in the most boring looking form imaginable? Just little stickers on walls? What the fuck is this restaurant? Also, like... What's up with this music? I'm trying to see whether there's something I actually ate. No. No, that's not it. I'm gonna go with this, I guess. My friend wanted to buy Kobe beef or whatever, but it's so fucking expensive. It's the most expensive, like, meat, like beef in the world or something, and they sell it in like these tiny little pieces that they grill. But even though they sell it in that form, they're still really expensive. So that much remains the same. Let's go save the game, I guess. Yeah, Yakuza Pirate is really awesome. I'm gonna record like 2 episodes of this series today, because I'm running out of episodes and I need more. Like this week I only have 1 episode of Yakuza and 1 episode of Crash Bandicoot, which is the last one. And I'll have to record my Patapod Let's episodes too. I have them recorded, I just need to record commentary. And probably edit them first too. Oh well. See you fellas in the next episode, bye.